All right, man, peace. You know, brothers, just in watching some of these early interactions between LeBron James and the LA media, LeBron reminds me of one of these movies about a spoiled rich kid who was forced to do hard work for the first time. Just some of his facial reactions to some of their questions is hilarious to me. And you can tell what he's accustomed to. You can also discern what he expects from everyone in regards to how he thinks he should be treated based off of his reputation as a basketball star. I want you brothers to just pay very close attention to some of the facial gestures and the faces that he makes in response to some of the questions that he's asked. So anyway, they're going to talk about it and I'm going to chime in.
Well, in season number 16 officially beginning for LeBron James, the three-time NBA champion joined his Lakers teammates for their first official practice yesterday. Afterwards, during the media session, LeBron was thrown for a loop by one reporter's question.
LeBron, the LA fan base, how do you expect to earn their respect and earn their loyalty?
Who, me?
The fan base, yes.
Me?
Yes, you.
The chick asked him, LeBron, how do you expect to earn the loyalty of the LA fans? LeBron's going to respond back with who, me, twice, as if, how dare you ask me that type of question? See, LeBron James does not understand this, and I stated this weeks ago. Where he's going, meaning into LA Laker mania, that's a place where one could make the case that they've had 5 or 6 players that are better than him or that were better than him. One can make that case. On my list, I have, I believe, 3 players on my list that are above him. I have Magic Johnson. I have Kareem that's also above him. Okay, 2 players that are above him on my list of all-time greatest players. But there are certainly people who will make the case that Shaquille O'Neal was greater than him, that Wilt Chamberlain was greater than him, and that Kobe Bryant was greater than him. I would have LeBron over all of those players just because of what he brings to the table. But he seems to think that he's going to get the Cleveland treatment in LA, that he can just step on the floor and they're going to throw bouquets of flowers at his feet. No, sir. They're looking for championships in LA. You get into the Western Conference Finals is not going to be enough. Let me rewind this back just a little bit.
I was thrown for a loop by one reporter's question.
LeBron, the LA fan base, how do you expect to earn their respect and earn their loyalty?
Who, me?
The fan base, yes.
Me?
Yes, you.
See, he's incredulous right now because he can't believe that a reporter will ask him how he's going to earn the respect of a fan base. He thinks that he's operating on emeritus status right now. And you can claim that on just about every franchise in the NBA except for the one that you decided to sign to, Mr. LeBron James. See, LeBron thought that this was going to be a perfect ending to his career and a great transition over into Hollywood. But once again, I think that just from a scrutiny perspective, this is going to prove to be a little bit more than what he bargained for. That's what I believe. Especially this season right here. He's going to get worn down because in LA, they don't do transition seasons. Not for players who've done nothing for their franchise. He has not won anything with them for him to expect a pass for this season. Now, if they're able to win 52, 53 games and shock some teams in the playoffs, get to the conference finals, they'll give him a relative pass. But all that's going to do is set up a very pressurized situation for him next season. So no, LeBron James, when you're playing on a franchise that has had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, it just does not work that way. They're going to expect championships or championship contention right away. And no, you're not going to get respect just from walking out there on the floor and making a bunch of stupid faces.
What do you say to the fans that say they want to see you and earn their respect?
I signed a 4-year deal. How much more? What do you want me to do?
That's fine.
Look at his face. This man looks like a nut job. This is the face of a megalomaniacal narcissist. This dude is smiling like, bitch, if we were off camera, I might choke the shit out of you right now just for questioning my greatness. I'm LeBron James. I'm the new Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jim Brown, all rolled into one. At least that's what Phil Knight tells me every night when I go to sleep. Look at this man's face. This man looks like a crazy nut job, man.
We talked to them outside of here yesterday.
Listen, I signed a 4-year deal. I'm here, so. I know what I bring to the table on the floor.
What are you going to bring to the table, LeBron James? Are you going to bring championships? That's all people care about. In L.A., they don't care if you're going to bring 29, 7, and 7. They want to know if you're going to bring championships, dude.
Now back to First Take.
LeBron, what was it feeling, that question? He's like, who, me? Right, LeBron?
He's right. I mean, 4-year commitment. That's real.
But
He's right for a couple of reasons.
So look.
No, he's not right at all because he does not seem to understand the environment or the question. Those questions were not disrespectful. The reporter was playing off of the tenor of the community. They're expecting championships out there.
Let's get into it. So what does he need to do to be accepted by these Lakers fans in particular?
Well, first of all, in terms of, there's a couple of things, there's a couple of layers to this.
No, there's not that many layers, bro. Let me help you out. What he has to do is win a championship in the next 2 seasons. They're going to give him a slight pass this season, but next year, especially if they're able to bring in a big-time free agent, or even this season, if they're able to make a mega trade for Anthony Davis, they're going to expect a championship. Because bringing on an Anthony Davis, that's going to create that same Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, that great so-called wing and center or wing and big man tandem that has been the formula for LA winning championships for years. So if they're able to trade for Anthony Davis this season, they're going to expect a championship this season. That's how he's going to earn their respect and their approval, their loyalty per se. It's not that deep.
Get the obvious out of the way. Nobody needs to be asking LeBron James a question about respect. He's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
He's the greatest.
No, sir. Once again, out there in LA, they're operating on a whole different barometer. They're not going to give you participation credits for getting to 6 finals and losing them. Oh, well, I won 3. They're not looking at it like that. When they have players that have won 5 and 4 and all that other stuff, they're expecting results in the finals.
Greatest player in the world. He's a 3-time champion. He's been to 9 NBA finals. He's a 4-time league MVP. What the hell you mean respect? Okay? And in the 16th year, he's still recognized as the best in the world. So, of course, he's going to sit up there and look at respect. How dare this person ask me that question? They bring up the word loyalty. He's there. In the 4-year comment, that's where it came from, off of the question of loyalty. Because how the hell are you asking him about loyalty? The man signed a 4-year deal to a franchise that hasn't been in the playoffs in 5 years.
That's easy, Stephen A. Smith, because once again, their top-notch players, their greatest players, are known for their alleged loyalty, whether it be real or imagined. Kobe Bryant was there for 20 years. Magic was there for his entire career. Kareem was there for the majority of his career. Jerry West was there for his entire career. Elgin Baylor was there for his entire career. Their legends are known for being there their entire careers, or the majority of their careers. The only great players that they've had that were not there for the majority of their careers were Wilt Chamberlain and Shaq. And both those players, dare I say, had their most team success with the Lakers. Now, of course, with Wilt is close because he went to, Of course, with Wilt is close because he was able to compete for finals while he was a member of the Warriors, and also he won a chip with the 76ers. But I thought that in regards to team success, he had far more success on the Lakers than he did on any other previous franchise. Point being is this: the Laker brand is consistent with their superstars being on that team for the majority of their career and supposedly being loyal to the franchise. This is the cauldron that Mr. LeBron James decided to jump into. So he has to deal with it.
That's when you talk about loyalty. So let's get that out the way. But let me take this to the next level in terms of what he owes the city of Los Angeles. You owe them a championship. And here is why. Because as I said earlier, there is no superstar in the history of the Lakers franchise that has donned the purple and gold other than Elgin Baylor, who retired.
The year they won the title.
The year they won the title.
The year they won, he retired.
Mid-season, he retired that year. Okay? And this is after he had lost 8 finals. Okay? So, again, the one chance he had to get it, because 0-8, he retired that year. Be clear about something. When you are a megastar, the magnitude of LeBron, if you don't win a championship in L.A., you pretty much would have been the only one that didn't do it outside of Elgin Baylor.
That's why I stated that Kobe Bryant is actually happy that LeBron came to the Lakers, because this is going to provide a litmus test in Kobe's mind and in the minds of his fan base over who's the greater player, especially if the Lakers are able to add a big man on the level of Anthony Davis. If they land Anthony Davis, Kobe's going to sit back with his popcorn and he's going to say to himself, okay, nigga, now show me what you can do. Show me what you can do, because I won 2 championships with Pau Gasol. You have Anthony Davis. You have the best big man in the NBA. If you cannot win a championship with him, I don't want to hear any more comparisons between me and you. That's what Kobe and his fan base are going to be thinking. They're going to sit back watching. And of course, if LeBron wins, the Kobe fans will claim their LA fan side. But if he loses, they're going to turn to Kobe and say, see, he's not on your level. That's how that's going to play out, Stephen A. Smith.
Micah did it. Jabbar did it. Will Chamberlain did it. Shaq did it. Magic did it. Kobe did it, etc. The superstars, Jerry West, of course, the superstars, every mega superstar who has played for the Lakers has won a chip. So in the 4 years that LeBron has committed to Los Angeles, you don't want to be the one guy that didn't bring it home.
You covered that. I was going to bring that up, but you covered it already. I want to add 2 things.
Go ahead.
One, there are a lot of Lakers fans all over the world. They're the #1 franchise in the history of basketball. It's not close. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Sorry, Celtics fans. Their championships have come all in the modern era, practically. Out of the 16, 10 of them have come since 1979, 1980 to the Celtics, 4.
We also have to understand that because the LA Lakers are so intrinsically linked with Hollywood, and Hollywood has been the mechanism used mostly by the U.S. government and the powers that be to cast spells on the people all across the world, it's much easier for them, when I say them, I mean the global population, if they were to become interested in basketball, to gravitate to the Lakers, because the Lakers are intrinsically linked to Hollywood. So they're a part of that entertainment cast that is so relevant and so pervasive in Los Angeles.
4. So the Lakers are the brand, Magic, Showtime, the whole thing. But there are also a lot of Kobe fans, because the advanced
Tell me about it.
Advanced metrics don't love Kobe as much as they should, because the game changed underneath Kobe's feet, and it doesn't.
No, it's not that the advanced metrics don't love Kobe as much as they should. There's no such thing as metrics loving you as much as you should. The metrics just tell the story. And the fact of the matter is that Kobe Bryant was not an efficient player. He was great at what he did, which was being extremely intense, getting hot from the field, and making some of the most difficult shots that have ever been made in the history of professional basketball. But when it comes to his efficiency, which normally runs hand in hand with understanding how to play team basketball and being as proficient as you could be in the system that you're in, no, Kobe was not that guy. He just wasn't. But he had that alpha male persona. That's what enraptures so many people to this day, is that super, super alpha male energy that he had.
And it doesn't value, it values efficiency more. And LeBron's getting all this love. Is he challenging Jordan as the greatest player of all time? And Kobe fans know what they saw. They lived through that era. Kobe was...
Well, I know what I saw too. And I understand the adulation of Kobe Bryant if you never saw Michael Jordan play. It's almost like a Larry Holmes fan. If you're a boxing fan and you watch Larry Holmes and you think that Larry Holmes is the greatest heavyweight fighter that you've ever seen because you came into viewing boxing right after the Ali era. So of course you're going to say, well, Larry Holmes is the greatest fighter ever. Look at what he did when he fought Ali. It's very similar to that last game that Jordan played in the Staples Center against Bryant when Bryant had 55 points against him. If you did not see Jordan's whole career, it's difficult for you to understand how much better a player he was than Kobe and all the things that he did better than Kobe, especially from an efficiency and proficiency perspective. Same thing with Ali. Larry Holmes took a lot of what Ali did and he tried to mimic it to the best of his ability. So if all you saw was Larry Holmes, you saw the great jab, you saw the heart, things of that nature, how he could dismantle his opponents, you might think he's the greatest fighter ever. When in reality, all he was a slightly watered down version of Muhammad Ali. Same thing with Kobe.
Basically Michael Jordan. Almost the same game, almost the same results. It's not even...
No, sir, not quite, no.
Not even fair to call him Michael Jordan light. He was...
No, it is fair. It is fair, Max Kellerman. It's more than fair to call him Michael Jordan light because Kobe tried so hard to be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did not have to try hard to be anybody. Certain people will say that he modeled his game after Dr. J, but as a child, the player that he watched the most was actually David Thompson. Now, of course, he was influenced by Dr. J and his persona and the regal nature that Dr. J had. But Michael Jordan had his own game. Kobe did not even have his own game. Everything that Kobe did came from Jordan. Everything. From how he played to how he walked, etc. He's Jordan light. Now, I could say that it was a smidgen close. Say if Kobe averaged 28, 29 for his career and shot about 48%. But the dude ended his career at about 24 point some points per game, maybe 25 points per game, shooting about 44.5% from the field. Michael Jordan, counting the Wizards' years, shot just under 50% for his entire career. I don't think people understand the difference between 44.5% or 44.7% or whatever it was that Kobe shot for his career and 49.7%. That's a huge difference, man.
Close. And they don't see him getting the love. So Kobe has his own fans. Many of them, there's an overlap in the Venn diagram of Kobe fans and Laker fans. The shaded area is big, but that doesn't mean all Lakers fans are Kobe fans and vice versa. Kobe fans are jealous about LeBron.
I'm not quite sure if they're jealous. I would not say jealous. I'm not quite sure if that's the appropriate term. I would say that Kobe fans are resentful of the adulation that LeBron James receives from the liberal media. I believe that they think that Kobe Bryant has not gotten his just due in regards to the influence that he exerted on that first three-peat team. They believe that he deserves more credit for the championships on that first three-peat team, even though he was not the alpha on that first three-peat team. But I'm not going to rehash that same tired circular argument. That's what they're mad about. Their attitude is Kobe Bryant won 5 championships and lost 2. LeBron has won 3 and lost 6. And somehow the liberal sports media has leapfrogged LeBron over Kobe Bryant. That's what they're upset about. Jealousy would be, we want something that he has. I don't think that Kobe Bryant fans want anything that LeBron James has, because I believe that they already have what LeBron James is supposed to want. He's been given an out by the super liberal sports media that will allow him to not have to win championships to be considered the greatest basketball player ever, when the standard for greatness has always been championships and leading your team to championships. So that's really what the issue is all about. But in regards to Kobe's fans being delusional, oh, of course, they're very delusional. They claim that Kobe's better than LeBron James. I disagree. I think that LeBron is a better overall player. He brings more than Kobe brings to the table, in my view. I believe that if you put Kobe in the right system with a great big man and a great coach, preferably Phil Jackson, then you could win a championship. LeBron James has shown that no matter where he goes, no matter who the coach is, he can make a team a championship contender. That's the main difference. And of course, people are going to haggle about it all day and night, depending on who you prefer. I just believe that LeBron brings more to the table than Kobe Bryant does. Kobe has shown that when you take away Phil Jackson, his teams become 500 teams. His teams don't even make the playoffs. These are just facts. He's not someone who inspires his teammates. I myself am not particularly averse to his tactics because I think in a very similar way to him. But when you're a part of a team and a part of a team sport, you do have to create some openings for some type of positive reinforcement. I think that he liked to resort to negative reinforcement too much, conditioning programming, punishment of his teammates a little bit too much. But I mean, it is what it is. On the flip side, LeBron, I think, was a little bit too passive aggressive with his teammates. He tried to act as if he was this great team guy and the team was his family. And that's why so many of his former teammates become so embittered at LeBron when he leaves, because it almost felt like he sold them a fake bill of goods. He tried to act like he was their great friend and their brother, and he just left, and they realized it was all about business the whole time. So we can make points on both sides for both players. It is what it is.
They're mad and they're jealous because he's getting love in a way that they feel, wait, you guys already forgot about Kobe? One championship. If you're a Lakers superstar, you got to win one. I feel LeBron. He's like, look, I signed a 4-year deal. I'm committed to your sorry franchise recently. You guys should be, kissing my butt, not asking me these questions. He's right about that, actually. But Lakers fans are like, all right, man, but this is the expectations in L.A. One championship is necessary, but you really want to forget about win 2, and he's in. You know, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, well, definitely. If LeBron wins 2 championships in the next 4 years, they're certainly going to be mentioning him right there with Michael Jordan. I'm sure that the media is going to certainly change the narrative over to who's the greatest player ever to LeBron James if he's able to win 2 championships with the Lakers. No doubt about it.
Is not loved in LA the way Shaq or Kobe or Magic or Kareem is, and it's not just about he happened longer ago.
Well, it's not just about that. It's about the length of time, too. Like, for
No
example,
doubt.
you know, Kobe spent his whole career there. Wilt Chamberlain spent several
But what I'm
years
saying,
there.
Stephen,
LeBron's only going to be there for 4
Wilt,
years.
like LeBron, was this unstoppable all-time great force who got there at the end.
There they go, making the correlation that I've been making for a long time between Wilt and LeBron. They're finally starting to catch up.
You win a couple in LA, you're in. You're in the inner sanctum. He's going to need to win a couple.
Let me get to the team that's going to be.
But anyway, that's basically it on the dynamic between LeBron James and the LA Laker fans. We're going to see how that's going to contort and change and metastasize over the course of this season, because I do believe that the LA Laker media and the LA Laker fans are going to turn on LeBron if he does not provide what they expect of him. And what they expect of him is not what was expected of him in Cleveland. What they're going to expect of him is to win championships. That's the bottom line. But anyway, peace.